friends, welcome back to Truthatude. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again. I do truly appreciate your support. If you are new to my channel, this is Truthatude TV. I am Lindsey Servin, and every week I put out videos talking about confidence, how to build confidence, and the different issues we face as women maintaining our confidence. So, as many of you know, I advocate learning, specifically reading. I talk about books in pretty much every one of my videos, and since we are in the new year, I thought it would be fun and most appropriate to share with you some of the life-changing books that I have read along the way. So today's video is going to be about the top 5 life-changing, game-changer books that I have read, and my hope in sharing these books with you is that you can read them and they can help you in some of your goals. These books that I'm going to share are kind of the full spectrum of personal development. They include everything from finances to personal life to professional development and just some inner work. So the first book that I want to share with you and is an absolute must read if you are diving into your personal finances this year is Live It, Love It, Earn It. This book is by Marianna Olszewski. And this was the first book that I read when really trying to get into my personal finances, take control of my money, and really understand how powerful it can be to have a budget, to know a little bit about investments, and to pay off debt. I discovered this book when I was in my early 20s, and I was in an immense amount of credit card debt. I made a ton of mistakes earlier in my life as far as money, and I didn't really have a good financial education. So I picked up this book and I read it several times, and it really changed my relationship with money. And what I love is that this woman wrote this book when she was in her early 20s, and I really enjoy that it teaches you how to manage your money based on the budget that you have or the income that you actually have, instead of trying to create this aspirational budget for when you make more money someday. It teaches you how to manage the money that you actually have right now, and it covers everything from a personal budget to paying off debt to investments to saving for a home if that's your path. So I definitely recommend, for those of you who are trying to take control of your personal finances in the new year, to check out Live It, Love It, and Earn It. And I really love her personal take. She shares a little bit of her personal story, and she recognizes that for some of us, the struggle is real. So definitely check out this book if you are looking to get a better handle on your finances this year. The second book that I want to share with you that has been an absolute life-changing book for me and that has really helped me change my relationship with myself is You Can Heal Your Life by Louise. Now, I have shared this book several times in several of my videos, and as you can see, I have really loved this book. I actually do have the workbook as well, and you can see like I have a relationship with this book. This book really dives into your personal relationship. It talks about the power of affirmations and manifesting things for yourself, and really does help you do some solid inner deep work. So if you are into personal development, or you are looking to get into some self-improvement or some interpersonal work, I definitely would recommend starting with You Can Heal Your Life. This book is a game changer, and you are the only you that you get, and so you need to become your best friend. And this book will definitely help you do that. So for the third book that I want to share with you, this is all about professional development. So if you are looking to level up in your career this year, I recommend reading So Good They Can't Ignore You. It's by NewPort, and when I read this book, I read it cover to cover and then I reread it again. It talks about building your career capital and adjusting your attitude in a way that, you know, you can't necessarily do what you love all the time, but you can learn to love what you're doing in the meantime, and you can level up your professional skill set. And building career capital was one of the most important things that I read in this book, and learning how to level up your skill set so that you become so valuable in the professional workspace that people cannot let go of you. So if you are looking to level up in your professional career this year, definitely check out So Good They Can't Ignore You. And I'll tell you what, this book will help you live up to the title. You will become so good that nobody can ignore you. And I cannot recommend this book enough. I absolutely love this book. So this is a game changer. Definitely check this out. For my fourth book that I'm recommending, this has been one of the most transformational books I've ever read. And I am sure many of you have heard of the brilliant Miss Brene Brown. She is so impressive. I can't say enough about her. And obviously I'm talking about her book, Daring Greatly. This is one of the best books I've ever read. I've read it numerous times. I come back to it again and again and again for inspiration. If you are looking to do some deep work this year, or to change your relationships with the people around you or with yourself, I definitely encourage you to check this book out. She talks a lot about vulnerability and this culture of shame that we have, and really gives you a different perspective into how we relate to each other and how we relate to ourselves. And I really am truly impressed by this book. I want to share a quote with you from this book because I do think that it's so important, and her perspective is just so unique and so inspiring. If we want to fully experience love and belonging, we must believe that we are worthy of love and belonging. And that is so powerful, and it is so true. And so my wish for all of you is that you truly gain a sense of love and belonging and a deservingness of those things. And so I truly recommend, if you are looking to learn to love yourself a little bit more this year, definitely read Daring Greatly. It will change your perspective on how you relate to others and how you have a relationship with yourself. For the fifth and final book that I'm sharing with you today, it is probably one of the biggest game-changing books I've read in my professional and my personal life. I recently just picked up this book this year, and I've read it 3 times already. I'm kind of addicted to this book. It is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. This book, if you are a overachiever, level 5000 perfectionist like I am, then this book is for you. As you can see, I love my books. I have, as I've mentioned before, I have a relationship with my books. But Jeff Olson in The Slight Edge talks about how we kind of get overwhelmed with goals, and we set these huge monumental goals for ourselves, and then we stop halfway because we get overwhelmed or we're not seeing the results that we want. And he breaks it down into the tiny little movements that we can do consistently that compound over time. And reading this book really changed my perspective on goal setting and the goals that I, hope to achieve in my life, and really made them more attainable, less overwhelming. And when you're able to slice things into tiny, tiny little pieces, it sounds so simple and it sounds so common sense, but yet we don't do them. And he talks about how these simple little activities or these simple habits that we can do every day are so simple that we can do them, but on the flip side, they're so simple that we don't do them because we don't see the significance that they have because we're looking in the short term. So if you're looking to really achieve these goals this year and you really want to stick to the resolutions that you have for yourself in the new year, start by giving yourself an advantage, giving yourself the slight edge. Really put the odds in your favor and read this book before you dive into any more goals. The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. I would highly recommend this book to everybody setting any new goals for the new year. You absolutely have to read this, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. I know I said I was gonna share 5 books with you, but if you are a voracious reader like I am, and you're looking for some books that are not necessarily personal development related, and you just want some new books to enjoy this year, then I wanted to share a couple of my favorite non-personal development books with you. The first one is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, and he is a Brazilian author, and this book is such an incredible story, and it will make you believe in your dreams and be a dreamer again and be curious and just believe in the power of your dreams. So it's a pretty quick read. As you can see, it's not that big, but the inspiration that you get from The Alchemist is so mind-blowing, and it's so positive, and it's a great story. So if you're a dreamer or you're looking to kind of refresh your sense of curiosity or inspiration or just positivity, I definitely recommend reading The Alchemist. It's such a great story. I love this book so much. Another really well-written, beautiful book that I recommend, that was actually recommended to me, was Bel Canto by Anne Pratchett. It's a beautiful story about an opera singer that actually gets held hostage. It's kind of an intense hostage situation, but the book is beautifully written. Oh man, I'm so impressed with this book. So it's a great story, and there's love and there's all kinds of drama in it. So if you're looking for a good novel, I recommend reading Bel Canto. It's just a beautiful book. Finally, for my last recommendation in this bonus section, one of the most impactful, intense books I've ever read was The Book Thief. This book is intense. It is written by Markus Zusak, and this book is set in Nazi wartime Germany, and the narrator of the book is actually death. And to hear this story about what was going on during Nazi Germany from the perspective of death was really intense, and I cried for like days after reading this book. So if you're looking to dive into a real intense, heavy read, but you're curious and you love historical fiction, this book is a must read. So there you have it, guys. That is my book recommendations for 2021. I have read these books several times, and I would recommend them to anybody. I definitely encourage you to check them out, especially if you're looking to achieve some goals this year, you're looking to start the new year off fresh and really hit your resolutions running this year. These books will help you in whatever capacity you're looking to grow this year, whether that's financially, personally, professionally, romantically. I will always, always, always encourage you to read. I am a lover of books, and I always will be, and they have just enriched my life so much, and that is my hope for you in sharing these recommendations with you, is that your life can be enriched by these books just the way that mine has. If you have any book recommendations for me, life-changing, game-changer books, please leave me a comment in the section below. I am always looking for new books to read. I love to read. I probably read easily 20 to 30 books a year. All right, guys, that's it. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. That really helps us grow the community here. If you want more content to build your confidence and maintain your confidence, then definitely hit that subscribe button. And hey, maybe share this video with a friend. That really does help us grow the community, and that is my goal with the Truthatude tribe, is to continue to lift up women and support each other. We have a great community here. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more content, head over to the blog truthatude.com. You can also follow me on social media. I'll leave all the links in the description box for you to check those out. Thanks again for watching. As always, stay true to the Truthatude. Ciao!